All right, so what is inertia? Since, as you can see that I just kept this diagram that I actually used to explain what is mass, you could just guess that inertia is actually related to mass, right? So mass was defined as the product of density and volume, and is also the measure of the amount of matter, the total amount of matter that is present in something. Inertia is more or less the same thing, and we can directly associate inertia to the mass of something. It is a very intuitive concept, and it is basically a property of a body. So first thing that you need to understand, it is a property of a body which it has by nature and innately, that opposes the motion of that body whenever it is subjected to a change in motion. What I mean to say is that you can have, for example, a ball and you just roll the ball across, and the ball was initially at a rest position. It was staying there at the rest position. You had to just apply a lot of force and a lot of energy in order to make the ball move, right? However, if the ball was already moving and you just you can just keep pushing it, and you would easily be able to increase its velocity by just giving gentle pushes. But if the ball was already in a rest position, at a rest position, then you would immediately have to give a very sudden jerk of force or energy in order to make it move. And you would experience that, okay, the body was actually resisting the motion that you were trying to give it. So you would have to give a lot of force in order to make it roll. Once it gets to roll, then it would be easy for you to you just give it gentle pushes, and it would then be increase its velocity. So that property that this had, that innate property that this ball had inside it, that actually resisted the motion, that actually told the ball to actually not roll and stay in its position, was actually called inertia. And similarly, if the ball is now rolling at a constant speed, now you want the ball to stop, so you would have to apply a lot of force in the opposite direction in order to stop the ball. So because now the ball is in motion, so inertia, this magical thing inside the ball, is now wanting to stay in that state. It would actually be wanting to be in that state, regardless of whatever happens externally. So you would have, in order to if you want to just, if you want the ball to get rid of that state, if you want the ball to now stop, you would have to apply a lot of force in the opposite direction in order to stop the ball. So inertia is basically an innate property that actually wants that body, that is present inside the body, and wants that body to stay in a particular motion that the body is in. So the greater the mass of something, the greater the inertia. So if you have a very small, like a table tennis ball, which has a very small mass, you can just even blow it and it'll start to roll. You won't actually have to apply a lot of force. And if it is rolling, you just need to you can in fact just blow it and it would stop. Unless it is coming at your face with a very, very fast speed. So in that case, you can just have to probably catch it, or uh, maybe use other means in order to stop, instead of blowing it, right? So if you, for example, have a snooker ball, a very heavy snooker ball or a bowling ball coming at you, you better not try to blow it and stop it, because you would have to apply a lot of force in order to stop. And similarly, if the bowling ball is just staying there, and you want to make it move, you can't just blow it and make it move. You will have to apply a lot of force. So greater the mass of something, the greater the force or energy required in order to change its motion. So that property, that innate property that something has in it, inside it, that actually resists the change in motion of something, is called inertia.